Star Citizen just crossed $1 billion in funding. They sold a $5,000 ship you can't even fly yet, but buried under all the crazy headlines is the question that actually matters. The one other game that is pulling out most of the funding right now, which is Squadron 42. And the questions still remain, is Squadron 42 finally launching this year in 2026? And for the first time in a long time, we've got real answers straight from Chris Roberts himself. So let's separate what's confirmed from what's pure copium. First, let's get everyone on the same page because people mix these two all the time. Star Citizen is the massive online universe, the buggy, beautiful, persistent MMO we all fly around in. Squadron 42 is a completely separate game, a single-player, story-driven campaign set in the same universe. Think of it as Chris Roberts' spiritual successor to Wing Commander, the series that made his name back in the 90s. And it is stacked. We're talking a full Hollywood cast doing performance capture. We have Mark Hamill, Gary Oldman, Gillian Anderson, Ben Mendelsohn, and Henry Cavill, among others. Robert's vision is that it plays like a blockbuster movie you're actually inside of, seamlessly flipping between cinematic moments and first-person control. No loading screens once you're in, same as the Star Citizen. That's the ambition. Now the question is whether it lands in 2026 or will it be delayed to 2027. Here's the real news, and I want to be precise about where each piece comes from because that matters. Piece 1, in an interview with the outlet this week in video games, picked up by The Gamer on May 6, Roberts said, quoting him directly, the plan is for the end of this year, end of 2026. That's the most concrete he's been on Squadron 42 in ages. The second piece is CIG's community director Jared Huckabee reconfirmed that 2026 window on Inside Star Citizen for Squadron 42 is explicitly on the list of things planned for the rest of the year. Now the third piece is the big one. In an exclusive with Variety on May 24th, the same day they announced the billion-dollar milestone, Roberts said the team is, quote, right at the end now, we're in the closing stages and it's coming together very well, end quote. And co-founder Sandy Roberts added they're imminently closer to launch with a much bigger, more mainstream marketing campaign about to switch on. Put those three together and the signal is clear. Internally, CIG genuinely believes this game is nearly done. The messaging is more confident, more coordinated, and louder than it's been in years. However, we already know that Squadron was feature completed for a long time now, so what could possibly delay it further? Where Roberts also said in the interview that the plan is for the end of the year, he continued to say that there's a certain thing in the industry that we, like everyone else, have to pay attention to, so I can't 100% guarantee it. And the gamer confirms what that certain thing is. It is Grand Theft Auto 6. So GTA 6 is locked for November 19th, 2026. Take-Two CEO has publicly hammered that date all year, and nobody wants to launch into the gravitational pull of the biggest entertainment release in history. The attention, the press, the wallets all get vacuumed up for weeks, so CIG basically has two windows. Option 1, ship Squadron 42 before GTA 6, so September or October, which lines up neatly with CIG's own anniversary in October, but option 2, wait until well after the dust settles, which realistically shoves you towards the holidays or near early to mid 2027. Threatening that needle hitting the pre-GTA window without rushing a game they've cooked for over a decade, that is an entire challenge for 2026 for this studio. And I have to say, this is Squadron 42, so let's be real. This game was originally targeted for around 2014 to 2015, depending which old roadmap you read. It's been almost done before, and as recently as September of last year, CIG themselves walked back confidence on the timing. So a healthy "I'll believe it when I'll see the download" button is completely earned. Here's a tell about how cautious even CIG is being. They haven't sold Squadron 42 as a standalone purchase in years. They unbundled it from Star Citizen a long time ago and never put it back on the store. They are not taking your money for it again until they're ready to show a date. Read that how you like, but to me, that's a studio that does not want to overpromise on this one a single time more. So, will Squadron 42 actually launches in 2026? My honest take is that it is better for them to delay it to next year to avoid the landmine that it is GTA 6. However, I do believe that it is in the closing stages. The language from both Chris and Sandy Roberts is different this time. More, we're at the end and we're working hard, but closing stages is not a release date, however. And GTA 6 turns the back half of the year into a literal minefield. So, if I had to bet, we will get another release date this summer, and it is highly unlikely that we'll get it anywhere near GTA 6, so it might quietly slips into the first couple of months of 2027, maybe mid-2027, to get clear air. It planned for 2026 is real, but guaranteed in 2026 is not. Those are two different sentences, and the fact that Chris Roberts chose the careful one tells you everything you need to know. So, what's your call? Does Squadron 42 beat GTA 6 out the door, or does it slip to 2027? Drop it in the comments below. I go deep on Star Citizen every week, so if that's your thing, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. It helps me out a lot make these videos. So yeah, with that said, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the verse.